Okay, this first video we're going to talk about just translations. Remember, the key word that we use for translation is the word slide. So think about the SL in the word translation as a slide. And so let's start to fill out our little help sheet here at the beginning of our notebook. We're just again going to concentrate on translations first. So if it gives you ordered pair translation, which you will see the majority of the time, if you see X plus a number, that means that you're going to take your X value or the point and move it to the right. If it says X minus, you're going to move it to the left because those are the directions the X-axis goes, right and left. Then Y plus means that the point would go up, and if it's Y minus, then that means that the point would go down. So you would have a combination either right and up, left and down, or some sort of combination between the two. Just think about what direction the axis is going, and that helps you know, is it going left, right, or up and down. So let's look at this first page here for 5.1, translations. And let's do a couple examples and then you can fill in the rest. So the first example says translate the figure X minus 6 and Y plus 8 and give the coordinates of the new points. Well, let's just break this part down right here first. X minus 6, Y plus 8. Remember, going back to our cheat sheet that we just did, our help sheet, if it says X minus, then that means the point's going to go to the left. So over here to the side, let's write ourselves a note here that it's going left 6. And then Y plus means it's going up, so up 8. So we're going to take every point and we're going to literally move them left 6 and up 8. You can do a couple different options here. You can take the graph and just simply count left 6, up 8. Or you can find the original point for A and plug that in and say whatever your X value is minus 6 and the Y value plus 8. So since we have a graph here, let's just count it out. X minus 6, so let's take it left 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We know that our new A is going to go there. Now, when you write this, you have to label your points on the graph. This is our new point, so you have to put this little, looks like a little exponent of 1. We call that A prime. That's our translated point there. And so now we can see that that point, A prime, is at 2, 3, 4, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so negative 4, 5. Okay, and then you can finish out the rest on your own. The next section here says describe each as an ordered pair translation. So our goal is to write like X plus a number, Y minus a number, something like that. So we're counting from A to B, points A to B. Now here's the part that people forget, is if I start at this point here that I just highlighted, and I'm going to rectangle B, then I have to go to the same exact point on the other rectangle. Doesn't matter which one you start with, as long as you count to the same exact corner, you are good to go. So now we can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it went right 10. So we would start by saying X plus 10. And then it goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we would say Y minus 5. So just remember, figure out what direction is it going, left or right, and then up and down, and write it as an ordered pair translation. The last one that we're going to talk about together here is example 4. It says a translation moves point B at negative 1, 4 onto B prime at 0, negative 6. What is the image of C under that same translation? So we have to figure out how are they going from this B to B prime. So let's write this down over here. It's easy to see it where you have some room. It is at 0, negative 6. Okay, so let's think. If we're on a number line here, if we went from negative 1 to a 0, we would know that that is plus 1. And if we went from a 4 to a negative 6, we would know that that's a minus 10. So our ordered pair translation is X plus 1, Y minus 10. So that's how it's being moved without having to have a graph. We don't need that. We can figure out by using a number line how it's being moved. So now we're going to do the same thing to C. And C is at negative 2, negative 5. And so if we take and do the same thing to it, add 1, minus 10, then we can see that C prime, negative 2 plus 1 is at negative 1. Negative 5 minus 10 is at negative 15, and that's where C prime would end up using the same translation that we used for B. So what I want you to do now is finish this page for me, and then you can check your answers on that a little bit later.